Jamaica's Danielle Williams and Jordan Scott win at this year's first Diamond League in Xiamen, China. Plus, some people are worried about Shericka Jackson. She hasn't won a race thus far. Are you worried? And Akira Nent wins big in Arkansas. Kingston College cements their win at the PENN Relays. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day in Peter Lloyd World. Also, enjoy the content. Please hit that like button and finally leave your thoughts. So, ready? Yep, good to go. Well, you know, we are celebrating the 100th anniversary of the creation of the greatest school of all time, the Purple Rain, the great one, Kingston College. Yes, people, I'm a little biased. I was head boy there, and it was my honor to have attended that great school. Anyway, let's get back into the video. At the ongoing PENN Relays taking place in Philadelphia, Purple Rain continues. Kingston College celebrates 100 years with fresh off their victory. At the 2025 Issa Grace Kennedy Boys and Girls, Cloud, Markel Smith, Rashawn Lee, and Marchino Rose delivered history for the Purple and White. Kingston College took the win in the 4x400 meter relays, winning in a time of 3 minutes 05.93 seconds, ahead of the much vaunted Bullis School, who came second in 3 minutes 06.31. Bullis, by the way, had the Olympic gold medalist Quincy Hall running for them on their anchor leg, but it was just not enough. In third position, Kingston College perennial rivals, the remarkable Calabar High School. Yes, people, them good, me have to big them up. Calabar took third in a time of 3 minutes 06.52 seconds. Excelsior came fourth in 3 minutes 07.98. Jamaica College came fifth in 3 minutes 08.06 seconds. Pick up the Purple and White.
44, but remember, these guys are waiting for him right now.
Here comes Wilson, he's in second.
The Jamaican champion Marcino Rose on the final turn, but here comes Quincy Wilson on the outside. But Kingston College holds on for the win. 4 in a row for KC.
3:05.93. What a run for.
Let me very quickly correct myself. The young man's name from the USA is Quincy Wilson and not Quincy Hall. No idea why I said that.
When you guys were done with the race, you guys all came together, you were jumping up and down, you were hugging each other. Each one of you, can you guys tell me about the brotherhood that you guys have within each other on this team?
We were planning this for like a year now. We really wanted to make this the 4th year that we won, and Bullis was always on our mind, so we were just very happy. So, you know, and we love each other, so that's just natural for us.
4 years in a row, Kingston College winning the 4x400 meter relay boys international. Awesome, awesome, awesome. As we say, Fortis for life, Fortis forever.
Introducing Peter Lloyd World merchandise, where style meets comfort. From trendy tees to cozy hoodies, we've got something for everyone. Elevate your wardrobe with our high-quality, fashionable designs that make a statement. Whether you're hitting the streets or chilling at home, Peter Lloyd World has you covered. Shop now and upgrade your look with Peter Lloyd World merchandise. Available exclusively at Peter Lloyd World. Link in description below.
Jamaica's hurdle sensation in the women's 100 meters hurdles, Akira Nent, won at the Joe McDonald Invitational, which took place in Arkansas. Nugent clocked 12.67 seconds with a plus 0.9 wind behind her. Congratulations to Jamaica's Akira Nent. Big up yourself, channel favorite. Now, Jamaica did really well at the first Diamond League for the 2025 season, which took place earlier today in Xiamen, China. In the men's triple jump, Jamaica's Jordan Scott, who's been having a great 2025 season, remember him at the World Indoors, won with a leap of 17.27 meters in this event. The youngster is on a roll, people. He's going to have a great year. A new find in the men's triple jump for Jamaica.
In the Diamond League, that's a pretty good way to get the outdoor season rolling.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm extremely grateful to come out here, compete against the best of the best, and put one out there. That was really good. So grateful to be honest.
What clicked for you on that jump?
I think it took a little bit of adjusting. I mean, I fouled the first two and got the safe one in for the third. Based on how the third one felt, I knew I had a big one in there. So it was more so just figuring out the little adjustments to be made. Unfortunately, my coach isn't here, so these adjustments had to be made kind of on the fly by myself. So I'm very proud of myself for getting it together. But I don't think it's all the way there as yet. We'll look at the film, we'll revisit the film, and figure out what we can do better for next week.
What's next for you?
The Shanghai Diamond League.
Now, I need to tell you that 17.27 is a new personal best for Jordan Scott. Like I said, he's having a great 2025 season. Looking forward to see how the season evolves for him, winning the first Diamond League for Jamaica and for himself with a PB. You can't ask for much more. Plus, he had a great indoor season, if you remember. And the hits kept coming for Jamaica at the Xiamen Diamond League, with the great one herself, Danielle Williams, overcoming stomach issues to win her Diamond League, her first Diamond League at the first Diamond League for the 2025 season in the women's 100 meters hurdles. Danielle Williams took the win in a time of 12.53, a new season's best, ahead of the USA's Grace Stark, who ran 12.58 to take second, with Marion Foray of South Africa coming third in a new season's best of 12.62 seconds. Toby Amusan was also in this one. She came third. Of course, she represents Nigeria in 12.74 seconds.
Out there all on her own. Grace Stark, the American, building momentum. Can she carry it through? She can't. What a win from Danielle Williams. Shades of the Grant Holloway there for Grace Stark. Just coming on.
People, Danielle Williams is just on fire. Hope this continues throughout the 2025 season and she's able to successfully defend her world title. In fact, I just want a Jamaican to win, and I know I'm kind of prejudiced that way. Now let's take a look at the men's 100 meters. The only Jamaican representing in the 100 meters at the Xiamen Diamond League earlier today was Jamaica's Rohan Watson. Rohan Watson, however, did not make the top three. This first Diamond League win belonged to Akani Simbini of South Africa, running 9.99 seconds ahead of Ferdinand Omanyala of Kenya, who ran 10.13 to take second. Christian Coleman of United States took 4 in 10.18. Sid Tebogo of Botswana ran 10.20 to take seventh, and Rohan Watson of Jamaica came ninth with a time of 10.31 seconds, a new season's best.
But it going very well indeed is Coleman. Now Simbini. Simbini turns on the afterburners. Simbini gets it. 9.99. Well, he took a while to get going, but
Hansa Parchment ran his first official race for the 2025 season, the men's 110 meters hurdles, and rounded up in the position of 9th in a time of 13.49 seconds. Grant Holloway came 10th in 13.72. I'm going to underline that this is the very beginning of the season, people. Very, very beginning of the outdoor season. It was Cordell Titch of the USA who won this one in a world leading time of 13.06 seconds. In the men's long jump, silver medalist from this year's World Indoors in that event, Wayne Pinnock of Jamaica came 5th with a jump of 8 meters, 0.06. In the 8th position was Jamaica's Tajay Gale, who jumped 7.90 seconds. The event was won by China's Zhang Mungkung with a jump of 8.18 meters. So Both young men didn't do as well, but still repped for the island. Now, let's talk about the women's 200 meters, and that's why you tuned in. Now, let me just say this. I did not watch this live stream. I was asleep. People really tired. Me just saying, I'll cover it after. I'll watch after. And I woke up to several WhatsApps, one text, and at least 4 inboxes on my Instagram at Peter Lloyd World. By the way, you can join me there, Peter Lloyd World, on Instagram, or in fact any social media, X, etc. And a few people literally stated, I am worried about Shericka Jackson. Their reason being, I didn't say I am, they said to me, I am worried. And I know that if a few of those people are saying that, then many of you are concerned about Shericka Jackson's performance thus far for the 2025 season. The primary reason given is that she has not yet won a single race thus far, a race of note for the 2025 season, neither in the 60 meters, which is not her forte. She did not win that 300 meters in Miramar, battling against Julian Alfred, who's just absolutely on fire already. And she comes second, not running a very impressive time at the first Diamond League for the 2025 season. So a lot of people are in absolute panic. First, let's take a look at a bit of the race, the 200-meter race, so you can get perspective if you have not yet seen the race. The race was actually won by the USA's Anavia Battle, who ran a meet record and season's best of 22.41 to win, with Shericka Jackson taking second in 22.79, a season's best. Jenna Prandini also ran a season's best of 22.97 to take third, and fourth is Chen Yui of China, who ran 22.99, a new personal best to take fourth in this event. Now, of course, after the race, the great one herself, Shericka Jackson, was interviewed. Take a listen carefully to what she says in this interview.
It was to get through a race healthy, so how are you feeling after that?
Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Look, I get it. I understand the logic. Last year, because of injury, Shericka Jackson just had a really bad year. I've said ad nauseum that what happened last year is that she was injured, and if you are truly injured, you can't do very well. And the entire year they were hoping that she would recover enough, and it just didn't happen. I believe she's fully healthy, and I believe that what Paul Francis and Stephen Francis of MVP and the team at MVP are doing is that they're slowly working her in. And I like what they're doing. The 60 meters, the short sprints, it works on the first 60 for the 100 meters, which is really, really good. We saw her run at least 300 meters where she did well. She came second behind Julian Alfred, who is clearly much fitter than her at this point. Julian Alfred she started her season, I believe, in February. So she started a little earlier, maybe about a month or 3 weeks earlier, and she has done a lot more racing than Shericka Jackson. Now, I've also tried to explain to many of you that this is a long season. World Championship is not for another 4 months. You absolutely do not want Shericka Jackson to be running great times at this point. This is not a good idea. And in fact, if you look back and you think about what I said, we saw Grant Holloway and Hansa Parchment come 9th and 10th in the men's 110 meters hurdles, and they are by far some of the best in the division. The same thing in the 100. The fact is, it's a long season, so the ideal thing for an athlete at this point and their coaching team and their management team is to get the athlete ready for World Championships. That's the goal. Everything prior to that is simply getting the athlete to that point. The fact that Shericka came second in that 200 meter, her transition was fine. She looked okay to me. She didn't look like she looked last year, where she was clearly in some discomfort. That really means a lot to me. The fact is, after the interview, I looked at her face, not even what she said, she looked relaxed. Even watching the race, she was relaxed in the shoulders. There was no, last year when she was running, she was tight. It was evident that something was off. So listen, I understand why some of you want her to win. I don't know if you realize you haven't even seen Sha'Carri Richardson run. Not even Shia run yet. This is a long season. 4 months is a long time. And what you have to understand is what you're seeing now is that how athletes work, particularly at Shericka Jackson's level, herself and her team, they're working on different aspects of the race. So the 200 meters, this is their first 200 meters. They're going to go back to the 200 meters. She said it in the interview, and they're going to break down. Did you transition off that curve correctly? What was your first 40 meters like coming out of the block? Did you keep your head down long enough? That's what they're working on. They're not worried about her speed. We know that she can run 10.65 over the 100. We know that over the 200 meters, there is not another human being on God's earth who's even close. Not even close. The difference between the world lead, which was run by the remarkable Julian Alfred of 21.88, and Shericka Jackson's fastest time, which is the second fastest time recorded in history in this event, of 21.41, it's like the difference between LA and New York. It is miles apart. You do not need to worry about Shericka Jackson. They're doing the right thing. They're working on form. They're working on different aspects of the race. I do not want Shericka Jackson winning right now. I do not want Shericka Jackson running fast times. In fact, I would be very concerned if she was. All she needs to do is stay healthy, work on the form, work throughout. And if you have been following us here at Peter Lloyd World, we told you the same thing. In 2023, we were right. 2022, we were right. And she told you, she said, we are breaking it down. We're going to break down the video. Look, this is our first real 200 meter race. So they're going to go back, look at the 200 meter race and say, okay, how do we fix this? What do we do? That's what's happening. You don't need to worry about her. She's not yet at that point. Not even close. In fact, her coming second is very good. And she said it. She's healthy. That's all I care about. I want you to grasp what I'm saying. There is not a human being on God's earth who can beat a healthy Shericka Jackson over 200 meters. That person does not exist. Not at her peak, not when she's truly peaked. Nobody on this planet, and in fact, historically, the only woman who would have been able to beat her and only Beard would have been Flojo had she been alive. God rest her soul. So do not worry about this woman. You don't need to panic. There is no reason to, not at this point. Now, Akira Nent, awesome. Congratulations, looking good. I think they're doing the right thing with her. More of these smaller meets, build her back up. She's an incredible talent. You know, we are huge fans. Danielle Williams is on a roll, improving. My only concern about Danielle Williams is that she may be peaking a little too early. That is a genuine concern. But I'm happy that she's winning. And of course, PENN relays, we're dominating. So let me get back to this. All of you who inboxed me, who WhatsApp me, who text me, who are worried about Shericka Jackson, you have no rational reason to be worried about her. You should be worried about if she was running 21.41 at this point and beating everybody. That's when you should be in panic mode. It's a four months to World Championship. That is a very long time. Now, if she's running like this a month out of World Championships, then it's time to panic. Then it's time to worry. But at this point, there's no reason to. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now, don't forget to support the channel. Check out our merch store at printify.com. I'll leave a link in the description below. Consider joining the channel membership. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button. Remember, your royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!